Super Mario World is a game that I grew up playing on my Game Boy Advance. The game was initially released on the Super Nintendo back in November of 1990, but the version I grew up with was Super Mario Advance 2, released for the Game Boy Advance in 2001. It was one of my first Game Boy Advance games, and I have plenty of fond memories of playing it while on road trips, at school, and just about anywhere I could take my Game Boy Advance. So today, to commemorate this amazing game, let's take a look back at Super Mario World for the Game Boy Advance. Super Mario World starts off with Mario, Luigi, and the princess going on a vacation to Dinosaur Land. When they arrive, Bowser and the Koopalings kidnap Princess Peach and trap all the Yoshis inside of eggs, and now Mario must go and save them. When the game starts, you're met with a map screen that's pretty similar to the map screen in Super Mario Bros. 3. So now, just move over to a level, select it, and get ready to have fun. Now, this being a Mario game, there are power-ups that you can find in blocks to help Mario throughout his journey. All the classics are here, including the Super Mushroom, the Fire Flower, and the Superstar. However, Super Mario World introduced two unique power-ups, the Cape Feather and the Power Balloon. The Cape Feather gives Mario a cape, and similar to Raccoon Mario, the ability to fly and swing his cape to kill enemies. Cape Mario's flight is a bit more tricky to get the hang of than Raccoon Mario's. You still have to run to build up speed, and then jump. This jump will send Mario sky high. Then, to keep Mario in the air, you rock the D-pad back and forth. Also, if you dive bomb the ground, it causes a shockwave that can affect nearby enemies. I've been playing this game since I was 8, and honestly I still kinda suck at controlling it. It's a bit easier while on Yoshi, since you don't have to rock the D-pad, but you can't stay in the air. Instead, Yoshi goes up high, and then just slowly floats down. Now, let's talk about Balloon Mario. This power-up is really weird, but it's one of my favorites. Collecting the balloon power-up makes Mario puff up, and gives him the ability to float, like a balloon. Much like the Cape Feather, it helps with finding secrets and hard-to-reach areas, but it's much easier to control than the Cape Feather in my opinion. However, Balloon Mario will only last for a limited time, while the Cape Feather lasts until you collect another power-up, or until you get hit. Another big thing that Super Mario World added was the power-up box. This gave Mario the ability to hold on to a power-up, and you can use it whenever you want by pressing select, or when you become Small Mario, whatever power-up you have in the box will drop down. This added a lot to the game, because it meant you could save power-ups for certain situations. I usually try to have a Fire Flower and a Cape Feather at the same time, just to be ready for any situation in the game, using Fire Flowers on boss fights for example, and using the cape to help me complete difficult platforming levels. Now arguably, the best thing added in Super Mario World was Yoshi. You get Yoshi by hitting a block where his egg comes out and hatches. Mario can ride Yoshi, which increases jump height and allows you to jump on certain enemies without getting hurt, such as piranha plants. You now also have the ability to eat enemies and Koopa shells. Yoshi can also eat the fruits off the bushes, and if you eat 10, a super mushroom will spawn from the top of the screen. If you're a monster, you can also jump off Yoshi to save yourself from falling off a cliff. Yoshi can also gain different abilities from eating different colored Koopa shells. A green Koopa shell won't do anything. Yoshi will just spit it out, and similar to throwing a Koopa shell while off of Yoshi, it kills any enemies it touches. A blue Koopa shell will give Yoshi wings, and a red Koopa shell will let Yoshi spit fire. And the yellow Koopa shell will give Yoshi an ability where dust clouds come out on either side of him when he lands. This will kill enemies that it touches. There are different colored Yoshis you can get in the game too. The different colored Yoshis will use the power of the shell that they correspond to, no matter what Koopa shell they eat. Now, let's take a look at the worlds which can be found in Super Mario World. There are 7 different worlds and 2 secret worlds to be found in Super Mario World. In order, there are Yoshi's Island, Donut Plains, Vanilla Dome, Twin Bridges, Forest of Illusion, Chocolate Island, and the Valley of Bowser. Each world has its own theme, from plains to caves and even forests. The diversity here keeps the game feeling fresh as you make progress, and left me wondering what the next world was going to look like as a kid. Instead of a flagpole at the end of each level, there's a goalpost with a bar that moves up and down on it. You can simply walk through it, but if you jump at the right time and hit the moving bar, it will give you star points. The higher the bar is when you hit it, the more star points you get. When you collect 100 of the star points, you play a minigame where you can win 1-up mushrooms. There are a wide variety of enemies to find throughout the levels. Some old ones, like Koopas and Piranha Plants, but there's some new ones here too, like Rex, Galoombas, and Dino Rhinos. The bosses of each world are one of the 7 Koopalings, consisting of Larry, Morton, Windy, Iggy, Roy, Lemmy, and Ludwig, much like in Super Mario Bros. 3. And each Koopaling has their own gimmick during battles. There's also other bosses throughout the game too, such as Reznor in some of the fortresses, and Big Boo in some of the haunted houses. And the final boss is, of course, Bowser. Throughout the worlds, you can also find different colored switches. When you press a switch, blocks corresponding to the color of the switch will turn solid within the levels. This makes some stages easier, and even helps you get to secret areas hidden throughout the levels. Anyways, my favorite world was always World 5, the Forest of Illusions. The amount of secrets in this world alone made it so fun. Also, the fact that you have to complete certain levels a certain way to progress is awesome. And the secret worlds took me a while to find as a kid. Growing up, I didn't have internet in my house, so I couldn't just look up how to find Star Road or the Special Zone. This made finding it way more exciting in my opinion. Star Road also had a similar mechanic to the Forest of Illusions, where you have to find the right way to complete the levels to progress to the Special Zone. Also, upon completion of the Special Zone, the map and enemies will actually change appearance. The map takes on an autumn/fall appearance, and Koopas will have Mario masks on, Piranha Plants will look like pumpkins, Bullet Bills turn into Pidgeots from Super Mario Bros. 2, and Galoombas will turn yellow and wear sunglasses. This is a really cool Easter egg for being able to find and complete the secret worlds. Another thing that I thought was really cool was that World 1, Yoshi's Island, would actually go on to be the main setting for the prequel, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Looking back at Super Mario Advance 2, Super Mario World on the Game Boy Advance, there's a lot to love. The fluent controls, the epic soundtrack, the fun gameplay, the hidden areas and secrets, and the amazing colorful graphics. Not to sound like a fanboy, but I legitimately have nothing bad to say about this game. Everything about it is perfect, and its pickup and playability makes it a game that anyone can truly enjoy. It was also one of the first times where fighting Bowser actually felt like a real fight. In previous games, you could just run past him, or in Super Mario Bros. 3, you just had to wait for him to break the bricks on the ground so he could fall through. But in Super Mario World, you actually had to fight him by throwing Mecha Koopas up at him while he's in his clown car. It's still one of my favorite boss battles to this day. Another reason I love Super Mario World on the Game Boy Advance is the fact that it came with the original Super Mario Bros. Arcade game packed in on the cartridge. I spent hours playing that as a kid, and it was a nice addition to the game, and something you could play if you got stuck, or just needed a break from the main game. In conclusion, it's just overall a great experience. This version of Super Mario World is the best version of the game in my opinion, and it's been one of my favorite games since childhood, and I highly recommend that you play it, and even if you have played it, play it again. Anyways, this has been Astral Antonio. Stay tuned for next time. Thanks. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video and welcome to Endslate. This is a section I wanted to try out where I tell you about future plans and videos, and recommend some of my other videos. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. On the screen, you'll see my last video I did, which was a review of Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins, and on the other side of the screen, there's a playlist to the rest of my Looking Back series. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy those as well, so I'd really appreciate it if you checked them out. A like on the video and a sub would mean a lot, and since I have plenty of videos lined out in the near future, it would help ensure that you don't miss any future uploads. I have a Super Mario 64 Iceberg video in the works, along with a Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening video. Anyways, if there's anything you think I can improve on, or a game you want to see me cover, let me know in the comments down below. Alright, that's about all I have to say. If you watched this far, I truly do appreciate you. See you next time on Endslate.